We love learning new things on CoastLife, and a few weeks ago we were learning about our solar systems and planets. In fact, it came in such handy I answered a trivia question right about it.
That's right.
So we are welcoming Jim O'Leary back into the studio because there is a solar eclipse happening 2 weeks from today, you said, right?
That's right, yeah.
So exciting.
Yes, very exciting. So you've got a couple of demonstrations for us to show us kind of what happens during a solar eclipse.
Indeed, yeah, we do.
All right, very cool. And so why don't we just kind of dive right in? I guess first maybe we should start with what is a solar eclipse?
So solar eclipse, you've got the sun, the moon, and the earth all lined up together in one straight line. And the sun is it's shining on the moon, and the moon's casting a shadow right onto the earth. Just like you cast a shadow, the moon can cast a shadow.
So a solar eclipse is when the sun is behind the moon, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so sun, and you'll see that in the activities, but sun, moon, earth.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then a lunar eclipse is something else, a little different, but kind of the same idea.
Okay, perfect. We're focused on the solar one today.
So we have a simple idea here to talk about the earth and the moon. Who wants to be the earth?
I'll be the earth.
Okay.
Thanks.
Blow that up.
All right. How
Be the
big?
moon.
All right, I'll be the moon.
As big as you can make it.
Okay.
And wait.
I'll wait.
I want to see how big the Earth's going to be.
Okay.
Because what we want to do is talk about the relative sizes of these and how far apart they are from each
Should I
other.
tie it
Very
up?
good. Yeah, tie it up so it doesn't get away
Hopefully
from us.
my nails. I might ask for your
geez.
help, but we'll see here.
Should I go?
Okay.
Yeah, so now we have the Earth this size. So think
Okay.
about the moon in terms of its relative size. Is it bigger or smaller than
Moon
the
is
Earth?
smaller.
Moon is smaller.
Okay.
How much smaller would you think? Just average.
12 times smaller.
Not quite that small. About 1/4 the size of the Earth.
Okay.
But you're on the right idea. You're on the low side.
Good guess.
Thank you.
All right.
So what's that? It's not quite a foot, so maybe you want to just a couple of inches. Not very big.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, that's too big.
Oh,
How's that?
All right, close enough. Yeah. And again, this is a fun activity you can do with kids, or teachers can do it in the classroom. There's some math involved. Talk about a little bit of math as well.
Not necessarily our strong suit, as you can
Simple
see.
math, easy math though. So now, if you have the Earth and the Moon at this size, think about if they were sitting in space at that size, how far apart would they be from each other? All right, now think about
we can keep
the
going.
distance and move them closer or farther. We've got an egg-shaped moon.
A little egg moon.
I don't know. How far is the moon and the Earth?
Actually, the distance is about 240,000 miles, almost 250,000 miles.
Okay.
Wow.
But if you think about in terms of the size of them together, you at the right distance, you think? Closer? Farther?
This?
Whenever I do this with people, most people think they're much closer than they really are.
Right.
Yeah, so actually you would need 30 times the size of the Earth
So it wouldn't fit. Oh, wait, 30 times the size of the Earth, so 30 of these.
between the
So
Earth
about the
and-
size of a
30 Earths away.
set, maybe,
Yeah,
perhaps?
30, yeah, you'd probably be on the other side of the room. So
Okay, yeah,
So
okay.
you wouldn't be able to do that.
All right.
So we'll just, for learning purposes, keep them as far
That's
away
good,
as
right.
we can.
Yeah, there we go.
And now with the sun, the other part of the eclipse thing is that it is 400 times farther away than the moon is from
So
the
on
Earth.
the other side.
That is far.
Wow.
Right, so if let's say that's about a foot in diameter, so you'd be about 30 feet away with the moon.
Okay.
400 times is 12,000 feet,
Wow.
We'll believe you.
I think. Yeah, so about just a little bit more than 2 miles. So the sun
okay.
would be 2 miles away on this scale.
Ah, got it.
Jeez, just
All
on a
right.
small scale.
The other thing to think about is right now the International Space Station is in
Yes.
space. There are 7 astronauts on board. Where would that be in relation to the Earth and the Moon?
I think it's close because I track it sometimes. Would it be like here?
You track it, yeah?
Sometimes. I have an app.
You can see it actually.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah.
I've seen it on a telescope. It's really cool.
So you've got the right idea.
Okay.
Because again, a lot of folks think it's maybe halfway between. Move your finger closer, 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 almost touching.
Oh, wow. It's really close.
Okay.
If you think about it, it's only about 250 miles up.
Oh.
So on that scale, the Earth's about 8,000 miles across. So 250 miles is like,
Yeah, it's like
Is it weird? I
nothing.
thought it'd be bigger.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I honestly, I kind of thought it'd be larger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, if you ever see a picture out the space station windows, the astronauts aren't seeing the full Earth. They're just seeing the curve of the Earth out the window. So they're really close to it. You'd have to be out here on your way to the moon to be able to see the full Earth.
I love that you can put this stuff into perspective for us.
I know.
This is interesting.
Yes, well, good thing he's not going anywhere
Yeah.
because we do have another way to kind of put the solar eclipse into perspective and kind of miniature version of the
Yeah.
solar
That's
eclipse right here in the
CoastLife
studio.
size.
That's on the way, so stay right there. CoastLife science is fun.
Yeah.
As we've been learning many times with Jim O'Leary, who is back on the CoastLife couch. Before the break, we were talking solar eclipse. We're continuing to talk solar eclipse.
This is fun.
This is just kind of a different demonstration as to what happens during the solar eclipse,
Indeed,
right?
right. So we talked about shadows, all about
Yes.
shadows. The moon's casting a shadow. So this time we're just going to use some Play-Doh.
Yay!
So again, somebody's going to be the Earth. Who wants to be the Earth?
You gonna-
You want to be Earth this time?
I'll be Earth this time. How about
Now,
that?
we're going to make the Earth really small this time
Okay.
for us. So this is
So
only
like-
about an inch across.
Okay.
So just make an inch wide
Okay.
Earth.
That's about an inch.
That looks
right?
good.
And Paige, you're going to do the moon.
Oh, so really small.
So yeah, based on that size.
All right, let's see. I pulled off just a little bit.
All right.
I may have made it too big.
That's about an inch across, maybe.
Okay.
Are they about 1/4 the size of the other? That's pretty good. Well done.
Hey.
Okay, good.
Hey, so
All
we're
right, good.
learning.
We're better with Play-Doh.
Yeah, for sure.
So now we have a smaller scale. They're much smaller than each
Yeah.
other.
Yes.
So we're going to use the yardstick. What we're going to do, if you have a yardstick or a meter stick in school or home, we're going to take the Earth and put it on one side of that. So take your Earth
Okay.
and stick it on that little toothpick.
All right. There he
And
is.
let's attach it with this clip. Take that
Okay.
clip, and let's put it down around 3 inches on the yardstick.
Like here?
Right there, yeah. Well done. Okay.
This is really cool. I love how you have this set up.
Yeah, right? And this is nice and easy,
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So,
bit.
remember what we said before?
Yes.
How many diameters of the Earth do you need?
30.
30. And that's about an inch. So how far away should the moon be?
30 inches. I'm so scared I get that wrong.
So where would it go on our yardstick? Let me do it
30.
this way so you see what
Yeah,
you're doing.
33.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Oh, our little.
Okay,
solar
yeah, to
system.
scale, it
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. So that's what we tried to do before in the room, but we
Yeah.
didn't have the room to do it. So now you have it this way.
Okay.
So if we have the sun over there,
Way
and what
over.
you can do, actually, I brought a flashlight so we can kind of simulate. This is a good way to do it at home. Take the flashlight that's over there.
Yeah.
It's really bright.
And is it okay if I turn it on?
Yeah, sure. I don't think we'll see shadows here because we
But
have
it
too
makes
many
sense.
lights.
If the light's shining here, you could see.
Right. So you could just kind of line it up and you'd be
Yeah.
able to cast a shadow of the moon on the Earth.
Nice.
So that's a solar eclipse.
So it shows how even though the sun's a lot bigger,
Right,
it
sun.
would shadow it.
Yeah.
Earth.
Interesting.
Think about 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after
Uh-huh.
that phase of the moon. You've got everything arranged this way because the moon is going around the Earth once a month. So actually this morning, there's a full moon.
Yes, it was beautiful.
And there was a lunar eclipse. But it was so faint, it was just the very edge of the shadow shining on the moon, you really couldn't make any sense of it. But that's what happens 2 weeks before, after a solar eclipse, you'll have a lunar eclipse because they're lined up
Nice.
again. So again, you've got the shadow of what?
The
The
Earth.
shining on the moon. Right, so it's casting
we
this big
live.
shadow. Yeah.
Interesting.
But this
That's
object
cool.
is so big that the shadow is bigger than the moon. So the moon passes right through the whole shadow, if it passes
Right.
through the middle of the shadow.
And we were just talking too because we're getting all excited about the eclipse,
Yes.
and I've thought like, oh, we're not.
Everybody's
really
like, oh,
gonna
you can't see it
anything.
here. Yeah.
But you said we will see
We
some.
can, right. So when you see the eclipse here, what you want to do is you want to wear the funky glasses.
For sure.
These are eclipse glasses.
Safety
Thank you.
first.
Right, so
Ooh,
they-
okay, wow, yeah. You
Oh, I can't
a
see
thing.
anything.
That's good. That means they're working. So that's great. I mean, even these lights, you shouldn't be able to see
Nope.
anything.
Nope.
Right. So that blocks out more than 99% of the sunlight.
Wow.
So
I
it
see a
allows you to
touch
see
of
the
that
sun.
light.
That's
I'm looking at our
really
city
bright.
lights.
Very, yeah.
And what you'll see is just a disk. You won't see the brightness of the sun, you'll
Right.
see a disk. And if there are big sunspots on the sun, if you have really good eyes, you might see little dark spots on the sun. And the sun's very active right now with a lot of sunspots, so that's a possibility.
Very cool.
Interesting.
I don't
What
know if our
time-
eyes are good enough. But
Yeah, we'll see. What time did you say we might be able to see it?
It starts at 2:06
Okay.
from this area, 2:06, and it gets to its maximum about 3:22.
Perfect.
So you've got a lot of time to go out and look at it. You can go back inside, go back out, but 3:22 is when it's at its max. So
Take a
about-
late lunch break that day.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And don't forget your glasses.
And yes.
And you'll
So
have about
important.
86% of the sun covered, so there'll be just a sliver.
Okay.
And you might think that's enough to be able to look at it with your eyes, but it's not.
No.
No.
It's not safe at all, so
right.
make sure you have something
these
like
on.
this.
Yeah, I told you I made that mistake
Some eye
last
protection.
solar eclipse. Looked at it briefly accidentally, and I think my eyes are okay, but
Good.
we're not going to
Good to
test
know.
that again. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jim, thank you so much for coming in. It's
Sure.
always a great
My
time to
pleasure.
have you. I feel like we really do walk away having learned something.
Great.
Yes.
And
Good for your next
it
trivia.
just exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
Trivia.
But it just kind of reminds you that science and learning can be fun.
This is
Indeed.
fun.
And hopefully you get a chance to catch a little bit of the solar eclipse. But we've got some more CoastLife for you to catch. We got a joke jar for you when we get back.